What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want? Do you want food?
Good afternoon, folks. I have someone for you to see. Hi, Winston. Winston. Oh, are you just the cutest? We are headed to the edge of town, essentially, to go to Mountain Vet to get some bute for my horse. If you are unaware, bute is basically like ibuprofen for horses, except that instead of like making them swallow a pill, you have to shove some paste into their mouth, and as you can imagine, they don't like it very much. So this scene in this vlog is going to be all about doctoring a horse that has been lame for a month. As if that makes it better. So here's the thing about hoof injuries. They can be minor, they can be severe, they can be fixed quite easily. They can be long time fixes. They can be easy to diagnose and they can be hard to diagnose. So when your horse gets a hoof injury, or really an injury in any part of his lower leg, it can be a struggle. There's a Winston hair on the mic. So here's the thing with Sterling's hoof. It's cracked. So if this is his hoof, it's like this. And cracks are bad. Cracks are bad regardless. I mean, if something is not supposed to be cracked and there's a crack in it, that's probably not a good thing. It doesn't matter if it's a horse's hoof or a wall or a crack in your skin. It's not good. And so the thing with the hoof crack is it started small and started getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and now it's all the way up at the top of his hoof. And you know, let me just show you. That is the hoof crack. Now it doesn't look quite as bad because there's this giant putty fiberglass mess on top of it, but the hoof crack goes from there all the way up into soft tissue, essentially, and that's not good. So here's the problem with the fact that his crack went all the way up. Basically, this little top part is in the horse's coronary band. It's kind of like your cuticle. It's the thing that helps the entire hoof grow. If you mess up your cuticle and you bump it or you crack it, it hurts the rest of your nail growth. And that's the same thing with horses. And so Sterling's hoof, the reason he's been sore for all this time, let me back up. Sterling had a hoof crack. And in his hoof, he got an abscess. Abscesses they're not good. Normally when horses get abscesses, they go down out of the hoof, down the bottom of the hoof, and that's usually better. They're dead lame while the abscess is in there causing a lot of pressure, but as soon as it bursts free, the horse is like good to go within like 5 days, no problem at all. But Sterling's abscess went up towards the top of the crack into that coronary band I was talking about. And it had to burst through the top of the coronary band. You see this little line right there? That's where the abscess had to come out. There was a lot of pressure right there. Wasn't pretty. Ow. This happened a month ago and he's still lame. Why is he still lame, you say, when normally the abscesses bust and they're good to go within a few days? Well, the thing with the hoof and it being cracked there is that there was too much movement. The hoof, since it's cracked, is essentially every time he walks, moving and doing all this stuff. And as you can imagine, that's really aggravating the point at the top of the hoof in the coronary band. And so he's just like been inflamed for a month. Poor guy, he's a trooper. This horse is a trooper, folks. So basically, when the farrier came out the other day, we got a super heavy duty shoe on the bottom of his hoof, and then we put that putty stuff on there to help stabilize it, and now we're gonna give him some bute, horse ibuprofen, to help kill the inflammation, that's the word, And hopefully now, within 5 to 7 to 14 days, the inflammation should go away, this should start healing, and the hoof should start growing out normally again. And hopefully I will have a not lame horse. Fingers crossed.